Hello everybody, the following is a presentation of Group A, Unit A, Communication. Check up 1. Look at the picture A to F and decide what difficulty, if any, the doctor may have in dealing with each patient. Look at the picture A and B. The answer A. The doctor may have difficulty encouraging the patient to speak, even though he had come to see the doctor and probably want to talk. The patient is embarrassed about his condition and might not know how to articulate what he wants to say. B. This situation is similar to but the patient might be incorporate and might find it difficult to deal with an adult. To ask the picture C and D. The answer C. It might be difficult to persuade the patient of the need to stay in hospital if she cannot see or feel any wrong with herself. D. The patient may be very defensive about his drinking or in a state of denial. He might feel too guilty to admit the extent of the problem and might be fearful of addressing it. Look at the picture C and D, A and F. The answer: the patient might know a lot of things that she knows everything. It might then be difficult or even impossible to convince her of something. This is a common problem resulting from greater access to information through the Internet in particular. F. The difficulty here is being impartial. Impartial, the patient might feel that you are covering for your colleague, however far you are trying to be. 2. Make the doctor want to sit with a picture in one. The answer: 3. Work in rubric abstract strategies to deal with the situation in the photograph. The answer: encourage patients to talk by asking open questions. Listen carefully to what patients have to say. Agree with patients' suggestions where possible, and then add your own idea. And new work. Patient care. 2. Work in group. Decide what you yourself do when you are talking to somebody you do not know well in a professional situation or any situation. The answer: with friends, it is likely that people are more direct, but there are times when people think acting rather than say them directly. In professional situations, students should understand the expertise and psychology of patients. Listening 1. 1. Work in pair. Look at the statement below made by person. Decide what you think is a contact and quick information you would like to ask about in yk. Check the answer. Three. Listen and make a patient statement in 1 to 8 of the doctor question. Listen.
Unit 8. Listening 1. 1. Can you tell me what quite a lot is for you? 2.
So, occasionally. Can you tell me what you mean by that in days per week?
3. You said a couple. Could you tell me exactly how much that is for you? 2 or 3? 3 or 4? 4. When you say a weight problem, can you tell me what he said? 5.
Do you want to tell me what has changed at work to make it so bad?
The answer.
Unit 8. Listening 1.
Pronunciation. Pronunciation. Straight in the sentence. 1. Work with a partner. Work with a partner. Look at the short conversation below between a doctor and a patient. Decide which work you think is going to be straight in action. 1 to 5. 2. Listen and check your answer. Listen.
Pronunciation. Exercise 2. Have you taken any drugs?
I haven't taken any prescribed drugs.
What about recreational drugs?
No, at least not recently.
You've taken them in the past, then?
The answer. Why do you think the doctor asked the question in link 3 and 5? The answer. Rate 3. Because the patient indicate he had taken something else by stretching the word preferable. He is not preferable, but some article. Link 5. Link 5. The patient stretching frequently. He is not frequently, but perhaps at some time in the past. 3. Listen to the patient speaking and acknowledge the work with the speaker emphasize in extension. Listen.
Exercise 3. 1. I haven't taken any prescribed drugs. 2.
I was in a cafe when the palpitations came on.
3. The first time I had the pain was on a cold morning.
4. My work's not giving me any problems at the moment.
5. My partner was standing near the child, but it was me that picked the child up.
6. Well, I have a normal breakfast like everyone else. 7.
Well, I suppose at the weekends I might have a few more.
The answer. Speaking. 1. Book in pair. Look at the scenario in page 77. Make a list of the main points you worked about. The answer. Alright, to act about work, home, family relationship. Right. This depression prioritize the kind accident. 2. Look at the patient how in the picture on page 76. Make a list of something the patient might be concerned, thinking about. The answer. Someone the patient might be thinking about. His accident, his injury and pain, his glamour, his divorce. It depends on his children and himself coping with being a single parent. His children behavior, their well-being and future. Coping with a heavy clock. Coping with how hot shock. Language block. Below is a structure and example of cloud and open question. We can see in page 737. 1. Zero work to make open question. The answer. Two. Look at three questions and decide whether they are open or closed. The answer. Working group. When do you open question? What is the function of open question? What is the function of cloud question? Give example. Which do you think easy to add? The answer. Four. What is the relationship between open and cloud question? The answer. 5. What happens in the category if all your questions are cloud? The answer.
The next patient care. One way to encourage a patient to cooperate is to ask open questions. When patients answer open questions, they provide a lot of information at one time. A doctor has asked what brought the patient to the hospital. In past, decide how you would develop the conversation. Note that there may be more than one possibility. Patient, my heart's been beating like mad this morning. Doctor, can you tell me how it started? Patient, well, it came on at about 8:30 on my way to work just now. I was sitting in cafe, reading. My heart started beating like mad and I got really scared. I've never had anything like it in my life. We have 5 questions. This is the answer. Listening to appropriate response. Task 1. Listen and circle the most appropriate response to the patient in each case. Now we are listening.
Listening to 1.
I've been getting this pain just here.
Tell me a little bit about it.
It seems to come on just after I've eaten, usually fried food or something. It starts here, near my belly button, and bores right through to my back. I've been getting it off and on over the past month or so.
2.
I've got this runny nose.
Can you tell me some more about this?
I've had it for the past couple of months and I've taken everything there is from the chemist and nothing seems to work. Cold, allergy tablets. I've had no other symptoms at all and I don't think it's a cold.
3.
What about at home?
Everything there's just as bad. I have to look after 2 teenage boys as well as doing a full day's work. They're a real handful. I have to do the cooking, washing, ironing, everything, and get them off to school. There's no end to it.
4.
You have a dry cough. Can you tell me about it?
I've had it for about the last 10 days or so, and nothing I take seems to relieve it. I thought it might be the smoking. I used to smoke several years ago, but then I started up again in the past few months.
5.
I understand you've got a bad headache.
Yes, doctor, I have.
Can you describe it for me?
It's really bad. I always get them here, around my left eye. This one started about 2 days ago, and I was just passing the hospital, and I thought I'd just come in.
Now which the answer? Task 2. Work with a partner, check your answer and decide why the alternatives are suitable or not suitable. The answer. Vocabulary: alcohol. Use the word to complete the sentence. We have 8 sentences. The answer: 1. Heavy. 2. Annoyed. 3. Teetotal. 4. Social. 5. Drink. 6. Guilty. 7. Binge. 8. Moderate. Task 2. What do you understand by the mnemonic IgE? Which sentences 1 to 8 in one relate to CIGE? What do the other letters stand for? How sensitive is CIGE at detecting alcohols? The answer. How can patient danger prevent treatment? If patients deny to themselves that they have a problem, then it may be difficult to treat it. The first step is to prove to patients that there is a problem. Then they can accept they need to make change. 4. In some cultures, drinking alcohol is not acceptable. How can you approach the topic sensitively with a patient? You can see the answer on the slide. Write some open questions which you can use to brief the patient about drinking. Use the notes to help you. The answer. The next speaking work with impaired design. What question you would ask the patient in this scenario? Remember G, H, E, and T, W, E, A, K, and the question from 5 in vocabulary. This is the answer. Part 3 would impair. What treatment option can you mention when you could sell medication to cut down or cut out drinking? How many should you give? The answer. What criteria should you use for choosing the option? Use your own medical knowledge. The answer. Reading would impair. Look at their heading and guess the contents of the text below. Then match the heading to appropriate number 1 to 5 in the text. The answer. Number 1. Barriers to prevention. 2. Biological and genetic barriers. Number 3. Cognitive barriers. Number 4. Metaphysics and the beside. Number 5. Psychological barriers. Answer the question about the text. The answer. The understanding by psychology have evolved to play in medicine. It is likely that psychology has a large role to play in medicine, especially when it comes to trying to understand the patient behaviors and achieving successful communication. Writing accurately for training or work application. Task 1. Look at the sentences 1 to 6 below, which are taken from an answer to a question on the medical achievement, which may be relevant to future training, will impair and find necessary mistakes. The answer. Number 1. Volunteer addiction. Number 2. Achievement. Number 3. Interactive psychological. Number 4. Relevant. Number 5. Commitment. Number 6. Communication developed. Thanks for attention.